everyone, so I'm super excited to introduce the new theme of the month, which is hashtag find you. So we're going to be talking about how to find who you are and what you like. One thing that I've always wanted to do was to smell good and also to find my signature scent, to find a fragrance that smells like me, and I never had that. I've had a gajillion perfumes and body splashes and things in the past, but I never really resonated with them or identified myself to the perfume. I just never had a strong passion to any scent I had. So I've been on the hunt for my signature scent for years and I feel like I finally found it. So here's some of my tips to helping you find your signature scent. So it was actually raining the other day in Tokyo and I decided to take a bus to the Lazona Kawasaki Plaza. It's a huge shopping center with over 300 shops and I figured that I have to find my perfume here, you know? You don't have to follow my example and set one day to finding your signature scent because most likely you might smell the smells and you might end up not even liking any of them. So if you don't truly love it, don't feel pressured to buy something just because you're on the mission for it. Also, I know this is a video on how to find your one true signature scent, but I don't think it's necessary to be married to one scent forever. Your body chemistry is gonna react differently to your skin at different times of the year. For example, in the summertime, it's better to wear lighter, fresher scents because the fragrance notes are gonna be stronger due to the heat. Whereas in the wintertime, you might lean more towards the darker, muskier scents because the fragrance notes are going to take longer to reveal itself. Also, your smell preferences are going to change throughout your life, so don't feel pressured to stick with one perfume. You're going to go through different phases of your life where you like certain scents more than others. In fact, it might be a good idea to change it up between seasons or depending on what mood you're in, depending on what occasion you're going to. It might be fancier, it might be more chill, but I do think it's important to pick a scent that you love in the present moment, because in the future when you smell that fragrance again, it's gonna bring you back to that time of your life and it's gonna be super nostalgic. So the first step on your mission is to find a place to buy your perfume. Duh! Because buying perfume online is gonna be a little bit difficult if you have no idea what it really smells like. So try to smell it in person, try to smell it on your actual skin because different scents are gonna react differently to different people's skin. Go to a place like the mall, the beauty counter at department stores, even some hipster boutiques or your favorite clothing brand stores might carry perfume. There's really no need to rush. Actually, people say to try smelling only 3 perfumes at a time, but I kind of broke that rule and smelled like 20 at a time. Also, if you're too afraid to commit, rollerball perfumes are great, or the mini-sized version of perfumes are great, or you could just ask for free samples and those samples last a long time. In fact, you could probably get by with just constantly getting free samples of perfumes. So if you're broke, there's that tip for you. What I did was I actually spritzed it on my wrist and then I walked around the mall for a few hours to see if I still liked it, to see if the smell smelled different, because every perfume is gonna have a top note, a middle note, and a base note. And the top note is what you smell right away when you smell the scent, and that's only gonna last you about 20 minutes. The heart note or the middle note will last you about 4 hours, and that's the deeper, richer scent. So some other factors to consider when choosing your perfume is the pricing, obviously. Is it long lasting? Another thing I want to talk about is packaging, because it is TBH a big part of a perfume is the packaging, the branding, the name of the scent, the color even, everything that makes the perfume the perfume. Obviously, you don't want to pick a scent just because of the packaging. There are many beautiful perfume bottles that I wish I could have loved, but I just simply don't because the scent is just too generic for me. Don't let the packaging cloud your judgment of the actual scent. But if you do like the packaging, that's just an extra bonus. One myth about smelling perfumes is that they'll usually have the plate of coffee beans to kind of reset your senses, but apparently that doesn't really work too well. In fact, it's just another scent layering on top of it. So here's a tip for you. You want to go back and smell a neutral scent. So either go walk around outside of the perfume store and come back, or simply smell yourself. Your own scent and pH will be kind of like a neutralizer for your senses because your olfactory muscles probably haven't worked out this hard in a while. They're probably really out of shape, so give it some break, bury your nose in your elbow. How do you know what scents you like? But what do you like? I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of an irrelevant question. You'll know what you like if you just smell it and if you like it. So who cares if you know if you like fruity scents or floral scents or notes of the sea or whatever it is. What really matters is just kind of your intuition. You smell it, do you like it? If you have that instant connection, it's the one. If you have to question, if you have to be like, do I really like this? Then it's probably not the one. On a side note, why does any of this even matter? Honestly, I think finding your signature scent is just a non-visual way of expressing yourself. It's kind of like this hidden accessory that's very low-key, but before people know it, they start to connect that smell with you. And so it does become a part of who you are, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be so straightforward with your scents. For example, if you're shy, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to choose like a cute little floral scent or something. In fact, shy people might lean more towards sexier scents because that just kind of embraces a little bit of this low-key confidence through their scent without it being too obvious. Whereas louder, maybe more extroverted people might wear something more subtle to kind of balance out their personality. Scents are just a very interesting thing to play with, and it definitely showcases your personality, and it could definitely be a confidence booster. Some quick tips on how to make your perfume last all day. First tip is to moisturize your skin. Second tip is to apply the perfume to the pulse points. This includes places like the wrist, on the base of your throat, behind your ear, behind your knees, inside your elbow. These are all places where you could feel your pulse beating, and that's also where your blood is warm. That's really gonna activate your perfume, okay? Third tip is don't rub your perfume because that's going to diminish the perfume into the air, and you obviously don't want that. And now for the moment of truth, I'm going to show you my signature scent that I found. It honestly only took me like 10 minutes surprisingly to find the one, so it wasn't really hard. I don't know, I just kind of knew right away when I smelled it. I just kept coming back to this. I am so happy I found this. This is the one. I love this with all my heart, with all my soul. So I ended up choosing this perfume that's actually made in Japan. So this is, I don't know, it's kind of confusing. It's called Love Passport Timeless. I'm just gonna call it Timeless or Love Passport. What are you? It's something. Guys, I love this freaking scent. So this is a lovely bottle. This was actually only, I think it was under 30 bucks. So score. I've had so many expensive perfumes in the past, like freaking Chanel, Marc Jacobs, blah, 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 blah. But I never liked a perfume so much, you know? And it actually lasts pretty long. I keep sniffing myself. And I think this is me. This smells like me, and I'm so excited. When I was at the store, there was these little icons in the corner to show what it smells like, and I saw that there was a little strawberry cake. I kind of made fun of it at first, thinking, like, that must smell bad. But I smelled it, and I was like, oh, this actually does smell like cake, but I kind of like that. It's just this soft, fluffy cake that's not too rich. It's just sweet, but not overpoweringly sweet. The top notes of this is bergamot, mandarin, lychee, and peach. And I love that because I love lychee and peach. I love fruity scents in general. And the middle notes are Madonna lily, tuberose, muguet, and anise. And the last notes are vanilla, amber, and musk. And guys, I love vanilla. Vanilla is so safe, but it's a scent that I just always gravitated towards. And I think this is what makes it smell like cake. So the top notes are kind of fruity, the middle notes are kind of floral, and then there's the warm vanilla musky scent underneath. So it's a combination of everything I love. I love that. I love that there's different layers to this. It's beautiful, and I'm very sensitive to that generic perfume scent. So I'm so glad I found something that just stood out to me personally. Yeah, I'm just so excited to wear this around every single day while I'm here in Japan. For me to smell this again in the future will probably bring back a lot of good memories to this time of my life. So hopefully whatever scent that you find on your hunt will resonate with you. It smells so nice. It's so subtle, but like a cake. You want to just hug it. Anyway, I hope you found this video kind of interesting and helpful to helping you find your signature scent. Comment down below what more videos you want to see in this hashtag findyu series. Have an awesome, lovely, fantastic, wonderful, beautiful, pretty great day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.